Right, welcome driving. Beware of the signal, should be overtaken at Frankfurt. Groß-Karben, do that. 7, 6, 8, sorry. Random PCB's arm spring sung in front of a certain station where of course you forget the name of. I do remember that there is one signal I think that gives you it triggers 1000 Hertz even though the signal I think is showing green. I don't know that 100%. I've seen that before, but I might be thinking something else. Your best bet, whether I remember it or not, is to raise a support ticket with the details of it, and then if it is a known thing, then they'll be able to let you know. You're going to touch up some sections of wait for a line, release it as a whip. Nice dash dig, then everybody can start enjoying it. And you'll get lots of feedback, which you can then roll into what you do when you continue to develop it. Do I need any addition files to run TS64-bit? Nope, it just worked. Literally, this is the first time I've run 64-bit on this machine, and I just fired it up. Where are we going? S6 to Frankfurt Sud. Now we're on the other line, are we? Oh, I see. We did the other one down here. This one we're coming down here. Or is that the U-Bahn there? Cool. Yeah, if that bug is the one I think it is, Deutsche, then I believe we have a fix for that one in our next update. Fair enough, yeah, but that's why we added the pop-up thing to, because the game does absolutely nothing for the first little while until that thing pops up. Or until the main splash screen, so... At least when you put something immediately up, you know you've started the game and it's getting on with it, and then it's not quite so frustrating. Sitting there going, so are you doing anything? Ravasvir! Any news on the fix for Raildrive working on 64 bits? I've not heard anything from PI Engineering. It's with them at the moment. My TS Connect software works beautifully with this, so everything that's needed is already in the game. I updated to my TS Connect software. It took about 5 minutes, and yeah, it all worked. I've got no idea what that long word beginning with the G is, Deutsche. Maybe if you explain which part of the system it is, I'll remember. Because there's some bits we've done that we've not done before, like the speed signalling, the two billies is either side of a PCB magnet. GSW, GSU, something like that. We did implement those, I think, but I don't know if they're working 100%. Again, I know some work was done on that post-release of it that will hopefully come out of the next fix. Is the CSX skin on TSW only available on digital, or is it going to be separate? I'm not sure what you mean, Clawsword. Everything that's available on digital. Oh, do you mean on what platform? Do you mean? think you mean the GP40, don't you? It's not a skin, it's a whole new Loco. I think if you've got standard edition and you want the GP40, your best bet's going to be to contact Dovetail support and find out what the options are. Honestly, I have no idea. MK Dons, thank you very much for the resub. Another gold star for you, sir. Bogey boy, thank you very much. Welcome. Speed detecting section. Yeah, that sounds like what I'm talking about. In which case, they are there. I don't know if they're 100% working in the ship version you've got at the moment, but they should be working in the next one. Oh right, no, the GP40 won't be on the disc, no. That was a digital deluxe version only. Yeah, no, I think that's a different issue, Deutschef. I think that it's not the speed sensing one. It's the I think that might actually be a faulty magnet. Oh, they are there and work. Okay, cool. So I know they were supposed to. I just saw some fixes went in for them afterwards. If you raise a support ticket, Deutsche, and get the information, if you send me a copy of that those information as well, I will run it by the team and see if they've been aware of that issue, or can explain it at least. Yeah, I've seen the chargers, Clawsword. Otherwise, how are you finding Raw Zeeg, Deutschhoff? Are you enjoying it? It's always good to get a real driver's experiences. Is there a possibility of putting the charges in train sim games in the future? Well, anything's possible, Clawsword. Whether or not it happens, how, when, or anything else, I don't know. I would suggest going onto the Dovetail Live forum. There is a community suggestions section, and put a load of information on the trains there and the brands and so forth, and see what sort of feedback you get. Good evening, Mole Junction. Thank you very much for the resub, Mole Junction. 10 months, much appreciated. No, there's not been an update for Raw Zeeg yet, Climmy. Oh, that's really good to hear. Oh no, I really enjoy Raw Zeeg. Has just got a certain something about it that just ticks every box for me. I mean, I'm not German railways. I enjoy driving them a lot, but you know, British railways are where I would normally find myself drawn. But I just find Raw Zeeg is just so nice to drive. Falling down a cliff now. Whee! Can't put the train in neutral clause or one. Which route is right round on? Have we checked to make sure that you haven't got controls that aren't quite in zero? Captain Jenks raiding with a party of 9. Welcome, Captain Jenks Raiders. Welcome, Captain Jenks. How are you doing? Bad Philwell. This is the station that started it off, didn't you say? Clemmy. Right, moving on. Hey Chris, how's it going? My name's not Pat. Or are you talking to someone else? Right, mission on the New York map. Okay, I don't know the answer to that question, Clawzord. Cam Jenks, whoa, almost 2 years. Come on. Almost 2 years. Wow, what way we've come. Just be prepared for the scenario you're right for. Yeah, you gave me a little bit of a warning about that. I'm worried, to be honest. It's come along, hasn't it, Cosmonaut? This frame rate, this 64-bit has massively improved things. Certainly for me, anyway. I know other people are sort of seeing varying improvements, but it certainly helped on this one. You wonder what insanity people be able to produce in TSW editing. I am really looking forward to that. I am really looking forward to seeing what people do. I've been playing with the editor all day, to be honest, testing various things out. Because apparently that's what I do on my day off. That's definitely one to raise, Deutschhoff. No such thing as a day off. Well, the difference is I get to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Generally still ends up being work related, because it's my work and my hobby are it's very similar. But right, be aware of your longer halt at Frankfurterberg. You will be overtaken by an intercity. Right, we've got warning of a 60 kilometres coming up here. Clear me and remind me, these are KS signals, yeah? Edge upgrade from 32-bit game. You just, when you run the game, MK Dons, it opens up a window that says, do you want the 32-bit version or the 62-bit version? Just click 64-bit version. You drive the 43, 44, 45, 46. Nice. Which region, which line do you drive on, Deutschhoff? Oh, there's an IC train going that way. Yes, I was on Blender earlier on. I'm experimenting with all kinds of awkward things the community might want to make it do. And some of that requires me to learn how to use Blender. Seasons and dynamic weather. The weather can change, yes. And seasons, yes. You've got different seasons, so winter, autumn. Is this normal PCB in the scenario, or is it something more advanced? Trying to follow what is happening, but you're kind of confused. Like, what's the red light? So the red light under is under the CFA is the not breps, which is I think when you can't apply brakes or something, so it means that traction is applied. Something like that. I think it's a red light coming on when I'm under power, in which case that's what it means. When I go back to 0, then the tractive effort would then go back to 0. Then I think the not breps light comes off, and that means I'm then okay. That I'm okay to apply braking. Weirdest one. Thank you for the cheer. But no, PCB is normal PCB. Deutsche says nothing to do with PCB. It's the emergency brake controller. Basically stops the train from braking when the emergency brake is pulled. For example, if the train's burning and you're in a tunnel, you can make it to the next station. There you go. Take a look at the station bridge. We've got some time to look at these things without losing score. Do you mean this one, Clemmy? It's a cool bridge. Kilometers an hour. Hey Flaming, how's it going? Damn it! I did go over 45, didn't I? Twit. Twit. Wait for the brakes to come off. Try that again, this time without the fail. 40 km at the signal. Release from that. Not got anything coming up anytime soon. Hey Josh, how's it going? You say it keeps P-Stick, but it is like the first time. That's a shame. Or do they like it pronounced Isha here as well? Submitted PDL working Waterloo morning peak scenario. Should give a good 64-bit run. Quick by AI heavy. Excellent. Thanks, Josh. I'll have a look at that. Chef, watch the light go out when you stop. It means if the knock branch will be pulled, it would actually stop. I see. So the red light is reminding me that if the passengers hit the emergency brake, it's not going to stop the train. What happens then? Does it like flash or something to say that you get some indication that the passengers have pulled the cord? I guess you must do. Thank you, Dashstick. I also looked at, I don't know if it's still on, folks, if on Udemy, they're doing a load of courses for $9.99. So I picked up the Blender course and the character rigging course. Which I haven't looked at yet, so that's my December. I'm off for the entirety of December, I'm off work. So I'm going to go through some courses and get me some learning going on. Westbahnhof. You got West Somerset on TSW and you're enjoying it, Clawzord. Excellent. That's good to hear. Oh, that's interesting, GWR. No, I've not heard of that. Maybe is there a scenario that someone else can try running and see how they get on with it? Apparently I'm going to like this station, says Clemmy. That can only mean it's pink. Dang it, my score is doing so well. I need to stop paying attention to chat. I missed a ZS3V, clearly. Saw the 90 coming up. I am most definitely blaming chat for that. I want my points back, chat. Clawzord, your favourite map is the New York one? That's good. I like the freight aspect of New York, definitely. I like the passenger trains are nice, but I prefer the freight aspect from a gameplay perspective. How have you got Farming Sim 29? It's not out yet, is it? Transportation Euro? I thought it was November that came out. This is a cracking station. What's on the High Line up there? Oh, there's a demo out. I didn't know that. It's a fantastic station. Hey there, Jellybean. More intercity hype. Right, proceeding out of Westbahnhof, up to 80 kilometers an hour. Good night, 82 Steam. Thelonious, you enjoyed the new article. That's a good shout. Has everyone seen the new article, by the way, the October studio update? For those of you that are interested in Train Sim World, anyway. Some more information there about the upcoming editor tools and a handful of new screenshots of it. Hey, Big at 70, how's it going? Good to be streaming again. Oh, hello. Oh, look at that. Epic. Epic view. I want to lean over though. DLC on TSW is the same price as it is on TS1, Glawzord. I guess expensive is a relative term. Right, on our way to Gullerswart. DJ SB, get in to Gold Star for that, man. Yeah, Rob sent me a message. Said me you were feeling lonely, so I thought I'd stream tonight for you, just for you, DJs. Come on, God, it's taking me forever to get in this station. Going so slow. Any news on what more stuff will come to TSW? Not yet. There was that teaser screenshot that was put up today. Yeah, have a look at Facebook and presumably Twitter, Big8070. A teaser for a very, very first teaser for the next route. .40 limit, don't be a twit. 1000 hertz is still active at the moment, so I can't release. Push up to 60. Yeah, I'm behind on watching the Great Model Railway Challenge, Chris. I watched the first one. I've not watched any of the others since, and I quite enjoyed the first one actually. I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, look at this! Go from above the railway to shoot underneath it. That's an epic bit of track. How can anyone know what the next route is, Rob? Question of understanding PCB. Under what conditions you're allowed to release a PCB? That's when you're not going to get anything influencing in the next something 100 meters, isn't it? I don't know, to be honest. I generally just look at the line ahead and think, is there anything likely to cause me a problem? There isn't, so in that case I'll release. If there's any kind of signals or anything in between here and there, then I'll hold it. Or if I've been told there's TSRs in the area, then I'll not bother, because a TSR would trip it if I were to release early. Some American guy let it out on Alan Thompson's stream. But why does anyone believe that American guy? Oh dear. Random person says, I know what it is. Everyone believes him. Tesson Aiki, thank you very much. You're welcome, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I need to get some more stuff done. Ugh. Speeding penalties on this are terrible. Yes, that was roughly what I remember, because I wrote the manual for Rohrsieg Deutschauf, so I remember researching it and then forgetting it afterwards shortly. I did tease everyone on the Train Sim community Discord about that teaser. I said, because they're all saying, oh, it's a Penzi signal, it must be somewhere in the eastern US. I said, well, what if it's at the National Railway Museum in the UK and they have one of those signals on display? Oh. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing lots of tutorials for TSW once the editor's out. I have to say, Clemmy, this is a work of art, really nicely done. I imagine IRM's probably got examples of many American signals, hasn't it? Sort of place where you'd expect that kind of thing. Nothing restricting. I hope you're not saying that because you're here. Of course I am. No, no, seriously not. No, it's. I am definitely enjoying this run. Both of them. Imagine a BR218 in here. Well, I hope we'll see a workshop scenario on that from you, Clemmy. Or from someone, anyway. Back with the U-Bahns. BMJ, am I going to play F1 2018? Have I got F1 2018? I don't even think about it. To be honest, I'm horrible. Truly horrible at Formula 1 games. No, I haven't got Formula 1 by the looks of it. I certainly wouldn't have bought it. I used to play Formula 1 at a friend's, and it was just me spinning round all the time. Right, we're off to Constabulage. Oh, doing it again. DM me a list, BMJ, and remind me what they are. I've totally forgotten at this point. I'm sure I wrote it down on a spreadsheet somewhere, but yeah, send me a whisper with a link, the list, and I'll have a look. At the moment, I stream so infrequently, I don't really stream anything but Train Simulator. But when I can get back onto a regular schedule, then yeah, I do want to start catching on some other games. Have I been watching this series of Doctor Who? Absolutely loving it so far. That looked kind of cool. That was kind of cool. This was 2 scenarios, 5029. It's a new route that's just been released today, so giving it some love. I keep saying let's get back, live back to a regular schedule after every extended break period. I know, Dastig, I know. 3 more stations to go. G-Cook Scotland, that's a mode you can turn on apparently for this that I haven't turned on. I will look at that another time that I play it. Good night, Chris. Deutschhoff, yes, there is. In fact, all of Munich is covered over several projects. So you've got Munich Rosenheim, which includes the S-Bahn that way. You've got Munich Augsburg, which includes the S-Bahn out to, was it Mammendorf or something? You've got Munich Garmisch-Partenkirchen, is it? Sorry, my brain is not quite working. Stephen Jam, 24 months, 2 years already. Well, not yet, but close enough. Welcome back streaming. Thank you very much, Stephen. What else is there from Munich? So there's Munich east to Rosenheim, west to Augsburg, and south to, or south and north to Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And then there's the route that joins them all up together, which means you can run almost the entirety, with the exception of a very small bit off the right-hand side on the Rosenheim side. You can run the entirety of quite a few S-Bahn lines, actually. Oh, reading whispers, not watching what I'm doing. No, I don't recall the airport being covered around by Munich. Not that I can recall. Is this going to award more than 1,000 points, Clemmy? Because I've had quite a lot of points deducted, and I'm still looking for about 650, 700 points the way I'm going. Right, 60 limit from this point on. Better. The Amtrak Cascade service. They're the ones that use the Talgo sets, aren't they? Big AT70. I've always thought that the Talgo sets, having like an F59 PHI with the Talgo sets on it, just looks epically weird. Final station. It's about 650 then, I guess. $6.18. Oh, okay, no, that probably was about right then. Still a medal. Kaboom! Anyway, that is the S-Bahn Rhein Main Frankfurt line that's just been released. And I think everyone, if we can give some cheers and some GGs over to Clemmy, absolutely top job on that, really.